In the box we received the manual, information and some nice looking Razer stickers as well as the Kiyo webcam. The first thing we notice is that it is a circular design rather than the majority of rectangular design cameras on the market. It's made out of plastic, capable of 1080p at 30 frames per second and 720 at 60 frames per second. Connects through USB 2.0 and the cable is braided. It has autofocus to keep you looking sharp, an inbuilt omnidirectional microphone, and the standout feature is the ring light which is built into the front. Turning clockwise will turn the light on, and the more you turn the brighter the light will get, and anti-clockwise will dim the light and switch it off. It feels solidly built and the base is thicker than what you tend to get with the cheaper webcams. The base can be folded up to stand it up, or it can be unfolded and attached to a screen. If you are using a screen with thin bezels, then expect the camera to slightly cover up some of your screen space. There's rubber pads on the bottom, so this should prevent it from scratching your screen while installing. A 1/4 inch thread is available on the bottom, meaning that you can attach it to a tripod if you wish. From a fully folded up position to a full extended, you will get approximately 110 degrees of tilt. There is no sideways movement on the head. When plugged into our Windows 10 laptop, after about 30 seconds we had a pop-up letting us know that the Kiyo was detected and it wanted to go through the setup process. We got the option of installing the Synapse or Cortex software, but the Synapse is what we want. Once it's installed, under the devices section shows our Razer Kiyo. Clicking on this brings us to a screen where we can have control over how the image will look. There are some presets available at the top and a custom section where you can manually make changes to get the image you're looking for. The advanced settings bring some additional options that you can have a play around with. Additional profiles can be added if you want to save different settings. Now in 1080p and beginning in a completely dark room, and this is without the ring light being switched on, brings decent results but nothing really to shout about. There's quite a lot of noise to the image and it struggles with the autofocus when we move around. When we're not moving, then the autofocus seems to do a much better job, with it taking around a second to get the focus. So we are going to need some light. Switching the ring light on full blast brings a much better image, but there is still some noise. The autofocus is a little erratic, but to be honest, it's going to be rare for someone to be moving around like a nutcase like we are. The movement looks a little choppy too, but overall, it's not a terrible experience. Trying it out with natural light coming in just through the window, and it's not too bad, and the movement looks a lot more fluent. Turn on the ring light brings a much better overall image, and we look a lot more crisp. Movement still looks pretty fluent, and the autofocus seems to be doing a good job, even though we're moving around a lot. Comparing them side by side shows that the ring light does actually do a decent job at bringing some light to the image. It's a massive improvement if you haven't got a light source available. I would always recommend standalone ring lights because when looking direct into the lens of the Kiyo, it can cause some eye strain with the lights around it, especially if you're using it for long periods. Auto-focusing on text takes a second or two, but it does focus fine and the text is readable and crisp. If you do bring it extremely close in the region of a couple of inches, then it will become blurred, but moving it further away by another few inches and the focus is just fine and produces great results. Attempting to focus on a small Lego character is the same, whereas if you're literally an inch or two away, then the autofocus won't pick it up, but if you move around 6 or more inches away, then it does pick it up and it does a good job, and it keeps it in focus even when we're moving it around. And covering up the lens and moving our hand away shows that the Kiyo's autofocus does indeed do a good job. It loses focus slightly as we move closer, but it does recalibrate itself and it sorts that. No idea what the black thing is on my nose, and I don't mean the blackheads. I really think I need to sort out some kind of beauty regime because look at the state of that monobrow. Comparing it side by side with the Jellycomb H606 and the Victure SC40 in a dark room shows just what a good job the ring light actually does. We've got it turned on full and it just shows that with any camera you will need to make sure you got some kind of good lighting to get the best results. In natural light it shows a lot more warmth compared to the other two cameras, but you have got a lot more flexibility when it comes to changing this if you wish by using the Synapse software, and this will allow you to manipulate the final image and set it to your liking. Using it on a green screen is not too bad, but because the light is directly in front of you, then trying to light up the size of the green screen may prove difficult, resulting in not a perfect key. So you will need to play around with the filter settings in something like OBS to try and get a better result, but for the best results then you will still need additional lights for the green screen. And this is what the microphone is going to sound like on the Razer Kiyo. You will be paying a little bit more for this webcam, but at least you do get the Razer software, which means that if you're not happy with the image that you're getting, you can start manipulating it a little bit. If you need any more information on this webcam, then everything will be in the description down below. Thank you for watching this review, and we will see you in the next one.